So, Jill Evans, Plaid Cymru member for Wales, the petition is still open. I mean, what progress has been made today, do you feel?
Well, the Commission has been looking into this issue, and they said quite clearly today that they haven't had satisfactory answers from the UK Government in terms of an environmental impact assessment and, more importantly, the risk assessment, which is part of that. And so they are pursuing this. The committee decided to back that. In fact, the committee are writing to the Commission urging them to go ahead with this, and we heard very powerful case put forward by the petitioner and by others from Milford Haven, from the Safe Haven group here today. And there are two other petitions coming up on similar developments, one in France and one in Ireland, who are not as far advanced as this LNG terminal, but they are obviously watching with great interest what happens to the Welsh petition.
Is it possible that the Commission could actually halt this? Because after all, the very first tanker has already docked.
Well, the law requires an environmental impact assessment and a risk assessment. Now, if that hasn't been done, then the authorities have to assure the Commission that that will be done. And so at the very least, that risk assessment has to be carried out, even if it is in retrospect. And after all, the people living in Milford Haven have had no assurance that this development is safe. There is tremendous concern, especially now that the first ship has arrived there. And so, at the very least, we need reassurances, concrete reassurances that this development is safe.
There were two petitions, of course, the other concerning the pipeline. I mean, what's the state of play there?
Is it all right? It just seems there's a lot of noise. In terms of the pipeline, the Commission haven't yet found a clear breach of EU legislation, but obviously the pipeline and the terminal are part of the same development, and so we are concentrating for the moment on the terminal issue. But if this does go through and if there is action taken on this, then we will be pushing for the entire project, including the pipeline, to be looked at again.
The Commission made it pretty clear that they're not satisfied with what's been done so far, so that is a pretty clear signal, isn't it?
Well, I think it's very unsatisfactory. First, that the local people weren't consulted properly, they weren't informed properly of what was happening, and now that even at this late stage, the UK government is slow to respond, it's deferred answering letters, they're not giving clear answers. It's just not the way that the government should behave on an issue which is of such tremendous importance to local communities in Wales.
It needs more than a rap over the knuckles from the Commission, though, doesn't it?
Yes, it certainly does, and I think that we need to be showing more people in Wales what is going on. It's not the first time that I've been here in the Petitions Committee with groups of people in Wales who just haven't been able to get their voices heard with the UK government and have to come to the European Parliament. And of course I'm glad that there is a forum for people here to take up these issues, but it's totally wrong that people can't do that in the UK and get the government to listen to their concerns.